Hey guys, Hohmann Algoma here. In the middle of my first century ride. That's 100 kilometers in one day. And it's very enjoyable, almost as enjoyable as canoeing. So I'm going to do more of it. But yeah, so quick video because I only have my cell phone camera. And I do want to make sure that I have enough battery for the Strava, because Strava or it didn't happen. So I'm just going to quickly go through my bags and their contents. The gravel biking equipment does really make it. A really good friend gave me an awesome deal on a Kona Sutra. It's a stainless steel frame gravel bike. I've got it loaded up with a lot of Blackburn bags. I've got the Blackburn Outpost feed bags, 2 of them, with a mana flask in each, purple Kool-Aid in one, and some coffee in the other one, my Snow Peak titanium spork, and a couple of granola bars tucked down in that one as well. I got this Rock Bros waterproof top tube bag. I just keep gloves, merino wool toque, Leatherman Wave, bike multi-tool, and my lights all go in there. That goes on every bike that I have now. And my phone also goes in the top portion here, which is real handy. Got the Blackburn Outpost. Is that the Outpost bag? I don't know. You know what? I'm going to put that on the screen exactly what this is. It is an expandable frame brake. It's not waterproof, but it's all kinds of water resistant. I got a lot of spare parts in here. Extra tube, toilet paper, hygiene kit, bike pump, and there's a flat panel zipper pocket on the other side too. You can put documents in or whatever, plus these stretchy mesh pockets here on the side that are handy for whatever, odds and ends, wallet, keys, that kind of thing. And I've got the Seymour P25 twin pannier bags. These were Heather's up until this year, and she gifted them to me. And I've got the kitchen set in there. I've got grilled cheese on rye ready to go. Snow Peak titanium cook set with the top handle alteration as shown in a previous video that I'll put a link to. Interrupt this video because I accidentally hit the stop button and I thought I was still recording while I was going through the pannier bag contents for my gravel biking loadout. So this is it. My bags are still packed from yesterday. So I'll just go through that real quick. I'm going to insert this video into that video. So these little side pockets here, we've got these super handy Kona straps. They just come in handy for all sorts of purposes. If you have to do a quick repair or find something interesting that you want to strap to the frame of your bike, they do the job really well. I use those a lot backpacking, canoeing as well. This side, just a nice lightweight down jacket. This is my emergency kit, survival kit, and it's got basically all the things that I would have in my PFD. I just keep it in this thread top espresso can when I'm not wearing my PFD. If I'm biking somewhere or backpacking into somewhere, it just has all the standard survival stuff in it. There's emergency blanket, bandana, garbage bag, emergency lighter. But when I go through my PFD contents, you'll basically get the contents of that too. But nothing too fancy, all kind of standard. This is the stove, which I do show in the video. Made a nice canvas bag. The stove doesn't come with this bag. It's on you to make one. And on this side, this is where the video cuts out. I had my frying pan with the grilled cheese in it already. Bike lock, because you never know. Warm gloves, because if it starts to drizzle or that cold wind comes up, rather be looking at them than looking for them. And this is where my video cuts out when I was getting my titanium cook set out. Titanium cook set, my Snow Peak with the aluminum lid from a percolator that just fits perfectly, and inside of that I had my jar with the soup in it, and it's just wrapped up in a tea towel to keep it from banging around. That's it. That's the loadout for a day trip. That's definitely more than I needed. So the Coleman 533 single burner stove. Invested in this a couple of weeks back when they did the fire ban all across Ontario, and that ban included any kind of a camp stove that couldn't be shut off with a valve. So the twig stove that I have been using fell into the category of a stove that I couldn't use. So I got this guy. It uses regular Coleman fuel, and you can also use high performance unleaded gasoline, which is what I'm running in it. And so far I've been very impressed with this. Light's very nice and quick. You have instant 10,500 BTUs of heat, which is great, and you can adjust the flame from a simmer right to a full roaring 10,000 BTUs. Anyway, I'm going to get to cooking, and I will see you back here in a bit. So there it is. Full blast. Got my modified titanium Snow Peak, my jar, my water. Kind of glad I went this method because that water, Lake Huron, I'm at a beach in Bruce Mines right now, and the water's very silty. It would have been very hard to get clean water if I was going with a dehydrated meal here. So I'll let that come to a boil. Get that soup good and hot, and we'll let it cool in its own jar in the water while I do the grilled cheese up. That's it. Alright, also on my bike, I didn't show you these, I'm using the bootlegger front rack. There's a million different ways to configure it. It took me a while to figure out how I wanted it, but this bar here is adjustable, and you can put it here or here. You could trim this, you can have it down here. There's lots of different things you could do with it. It's nice and secure. I got that just because the dimensions of it are perfect for holding one of those olive barrels, which if you follow my Instagram, you've seen the bike set up with that already. And on my fork, I've got two of these cargo racks. These are also from Blackburn, and you can strap just about anything to these: tent, sleeping pad, whatever. And on the back I have just a regular back rack that the panniers are hanging off of, and I forget who makes that. That was another gift from Heather. That's it. That's my bike setup. Like I said, I really find that having the gear makes the experience so much more enjoyable, especially the padded underwear. There is no denying that. That's my setup for a day trip, just like this. If I was going longer than this, I'd just throw on those olive barrels. I'd have my tent or hammock and fly in one, and in the other one I would have my sleeping bag. I'd put a sleeping pad on one of these front racks here, and probably my food bag on the other one, if not in the pannier. And looks like my soup is cooking, so I'm going to attend to it. Got my soup coming down to eating temperature there. I've moved on to phase 2 here. cheddar and processed cheese on rye with a touch of sourdough. Good stuff. Well, this is probably a horrible angle, but here I am. I've got my soup. I've got my grilled cheese. I've got my purple Kool-Aid. It's a sunny day at the beach. It doesn't get much better than this. A little bit spicy. Oh. I have 66% battery left. And so I figure I got enough battery you can watch me eat for a minute. Look at that. Oh man, this is the life. I have so many videos in the queue. I've been trying to do a full review on the Ugly Stick Carbon. The first impressions on the Ugly Stick Carbon video that I have has over 1,000 views on it, which is like staggeringly higher than any of the other videos I have. All my other videos are, you know, 50 or 60 views. That one's over 1,000, so it's kind of inspiring me to do a full video on it. And I've gone out and I've shot, I don't know, probably 20 gigs worth of video. But damn if I can't catch a fish. It is early in the season. It's a little cold. I went out yesterday and I had one pike follow up to the canoe. And there was another moment where I think I had a pike on, but it spit it out right away, or either that or I just hit bottom, who knows. So there was that. I was also going to do the loadout video for my PFD, which I think would be an interesting video to do, and why it's important to wear a PFD. But I mean, that's kind of common sense. I am waiting for a couple of items to come in the mail to complete what I would normally carry on my PFD. So those should be here this week, and then I can finish off that video. I'm going to post this video just as is. I didn't take much video while I was riding because I just wanted to conserve the battery for, like I said, Strava, or it didn't happen, right? Anyway, that's it. I'm going to finish my lunch. Stop recording video. I'm going to hit the road.